Let's be honest, there aren't a lot of players out there that can match OBJ's physique and stats in the NFL. But there most certainly are a number of players that absolutely despise him. He is one of the greatest players that ever were, and he has a bunch of fans that absolutely adore him. But for every fan, there's a hater. And when it comes to OBJ, the rule is more than likely applicable. There aren't a lot of players that could also match Odell's sometimes heinous attitude and plain ugly demeanor. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at what NFL legends really think about OBJ. General opinion. For what it's worth, OBJ's ego and personality is as big as his presence on the court. He is obnoxious, loud, ostentatious in every way possible. He can be mocking when winning and whining when losing. However, this doesn't happen very often. He is both sore loser and abysmal winner, and an excellent sport and fair player. His attitude varies from game to game, and he might be a bit too difficult at times. But one thing is for sure, he's pretty talented, and that's why the general public is so divided when Odell is in question. He is a lovable jerk, to put it mildly. And the public thinks that his skill more than makes up for his often unpleasant personality. However, his colleagues don't necessarily agree. In fact, they think completely differently, as he is shunned by a lot of people in the NFL, some of his former teammates included. There are a lot of people who like him though, and let's take a look at both sides. Admirers. There are a lot of players that admire Odell. Before joining the Cleveland Browns this offseason, Sheldon Richardson admits he'd heard the rap that Odell Beckham Jr. wasn't a great teammate. He admitted that he was skeptic when he joined, but he soon started to like the guy more and more. Now, after sharing the locker room with a wide receiver these past few months, Richardson has a completely opposite viewpoint. Couldn't be further from the truth. It's all propaganda. He's everything you want your teammate to be, Richardson said of Beckham's reputation. Richardson was hardly alone in praise of Beckham as a teammate. A guy who would do anything for you if you needed it, veteran center J.C. Tretter said. And that's what I think everybody has seen from him here, where if you need something, he'll go out of his way to help you out or do something for you. He's just been a class act since he got here. There hasn't been one bad interaction I think anybody's had with him. He's a role model teammate. On the inside, I have not seen a single ounce of somebody that's difficult to work with. You see how he approaches the game, what it means to him, and how much he enjoys doing what he does. I can't say a single bad word about the guy, said Drew Winston. And he added that he's glad to have met Odell. When you don't play with a superstar, you don't really know about him except for what the media says. Browns guard Joel Bitonio said, "I've had teammates that played with him in New York and all of them said that he was a great guy when he was there." But you just continue to hear things on social media and the TV that are saying, "Oh, he's not a good teammate. Oh, he's a cancer in the locker room." The thing with Odell is he's so competitive that he wants to win so badly, and be so good that it may look like that from the outside. But from the inside, you know that he's fighting for his teammates and only wants the best for us. Bitonio says that he absolutely understands OBJ's drive. However, he thinks that he should lower his ball a little, pun intended. Odell himself said he doesn't understand the hate surrounding him. When Beckham arrived in Cleveland for training camp, he carried over a tradition from New York, sitting with different groups of players at each meal in the cafeteria. "I talk to everybody who's in the locker room, in the weight room, meetings, I talk to everybody," Beckham said. "You've got to get to know who you're battling with. When the whistle blows, it's just us out there. These are guys you'll forever remember and cherish." He's always joking around with guys and being interactive with guys, said linebacker Christian Kirksey, currently on injured reserve, but who, along with Bitonio, is the longest tenured Brown on the team. That's something that you need, to have a star player like that. Still enjoying team camaraderie, we need guys like him. Rookie cornerback Greedy Williams remembers one player who wouldn't make the team cut looking for a ride to the team hotel during training camp. Beckham overheard the request. OBJ was like, "Man, come hop in the truck with me, I'll take you," Williams said. He's one of those guys who's genuine, who's friendly with everybody. I can't remember the guy's name. Odell, he don't think of himself above anybody, he don't ignore anyone. He's actually one of the greatest teammates I've ever had. Several Browns players recall how Beckham took Sheehy Giuseppe under his wing, gifting him the cleats the rookie wore, scoring an 86-yard punt return touchdown in Cleveland's preseason opener. After finding out he had been cut, Sheehy Giuseppe posted a heartfelt message about Beckham on social media. Even though Sheehy Giuseppe remains unsigned, the two talk regularly, including late last week, and even now share the same agent. But nothing, and I mean nothing, is as good as the fact that he helped out Damon Sheehy Giuseppe, whose backstory captivated fans and teammates when he needed it the most. Sheehy Giuseppe talked his way into a workout with Browns Vice President of Player Personnel Alonzo Highsmith in Miami. After he was invited to Cleveland for a tryout a week later, Sheehy Giuseppe, out of money, slept on the grass outside a sports performance facility, where he trained during the day while waiting for his flight. You can't argue with that. Although he has a temper, the guy showed his good side more than once. I mean, these are just some of the positives surrounding OBJ. There are loads more. The haters. There are loads of similar experiences out there and loads of people who praise OBJ as a good teammate, but there are also others that aren't all that enthusiastic about him. Pinpointing exactly how Beckham earned a reputation otherwise before the New York Giants jettisoned him to Cleveland in March isn't easy. Last year in an interview with ESPN, Beckham did express frustrations with his role on the safe Giants offense with quarterback Eli Manning, who wasn't attempting many passes downfield. Manning has been benched in favor of rookie Daniel Jones. To be sure, OBJ has also enjoyed his share of controversial moments over the years, from fighting with a kicking net to punching a hole in the visiting locker room following a playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers in 2017. He was even suspended a game in 2015 after committing 3 personal foul penalties while tussling with Carolina Panthers cornerback Josh Norman. There were also some social outbursts, short-tempered reactions, and cases of minor vandalism, but this captivates the essence more or less. Our verdict. It isn't easy to objectively take a look at OBJ and his fame, or to be more precise, infamy. It might be that his teammates are making things up so that he would be protected, or that he even forced them to give such statements. And if this is the case, then he is an absolute jerk that deserves all the hate he gets, but we honestly doubt that this is the case. Sure, Odell is not the nicest person out there, but we think that he is more than friendly when he wants to be. And we really do believe everything his teammates said about him. I mean, yeah, he can be difficult at times, and his competitive spirit might go over the edge from time to time. But honestly, everybody has moments like those, especially if you're violent and short-tempered by nature. So we honestly think that he is a genuinely good guy with a bit of a jerky personality, but with much more infamy surrounding him than he deserves. What do you think? Is OBJ as bad as his rep makes him? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, ring that notification bell for further updates. See you in the next video.